Without romanticizing this too much, imagine that you all do all of your cooking with charcoal and light your homes with kerosene and candle. And that's how the world's 2 billion poorest people live, cook and light their homes today, every day. And that isn't just inconvenient, but it's inefficient. It's harmful to human health, it's harmful to the environment, it's expensive, and it's unproductive. This is energy poverty. Let me give you a couple of examples. I work in Haiti, where 80% of the population lives in the energy poverty. The average household in Haiti spend 10% of its income on kerosene for lighting their homes, and that's an order of magnitude greater than what the average US household spends on electricity to light their homes. The 2008 hurricane season in Haiti caused about $10 billion in damage, and that's 6% of their GDP. The damage was so severe because their major energy fuel is charcoal, which is made from trees that had left the country almost completely deforested, and without trees the country cannot absorb heavy rains and massive floods as a result. Now, in the industrialized countries, we build walls that protect us from externalities of our energy use. We can afford to clean up acute environmental damage disasters. We can also afford to adapt to chronic conditions like global warming, but it's not the case for Haiti. So the only way that they are going to lift themselves out of energy poverty is by adopting more the fuels that are more efficient, better for human health, better for the environment, less expensive, and more productive. And it turns out those technologies and products exist. This is an example of that. This is solar LED LED light bulb, and we sell it for the retail price of about $10 at the rural Haiti, and that's a payback period less than 3 months for the average Haitian household. So the prescriptions to end energy poverty seems pretty much straightforward. We develop those technologies that have a great return on investment, and the people should be snatching them up. But that's not the case. The first time I went down to Haiti was in August of 2008, sort of on a whim, and I was fielding surveys in the rural south of Haiti to assess the energy extent of energy poverty. And at night I would go around sometimes, and I would speak with the street vendors to see if they are interested in buying these solar LED lamps. One woman who I encountered turned down my offer, and she said that Mon chéri, c'est trop cher. It basically means, my dear, it's too expensive. But I tried to explain to her, look, this is going to save you a lot of money, and this is going to give you even better light than what you are using now with the kerosene. So I didn't make the sale, but I did learn a really important lesson, which is that technology and products not going to change the world, but access was going to. And specifically, there are two types of access, and that's there is physical access and there is financial access. Financial access, what does that mean? It's very expensive for low-income household in developing countries to reach major centers of commerce, and it's basically impossible to order something off Amazon.com. The last mile is a phrase that's normally associated with the telecommunications industry, and that means the last bit of wire that's necessary to connect the customer to the provider. So what we need to end the energy poverty is the last mile retailers who bring clean energy products to the people. The kerosene and the charcoal value chains already figure this out. These fuels are ubiquitous across the entire country. You can go to the most remote village in Haiti and you will find somebody selling kerosene and charcoal. So the other type of access is financial. We all know that the clean energy technologies and products tend to be characterized by higher upfront costs and very low operating costs. So in industrialized countries, we have very generous subsidies that are specifically designed to bring down those upfront costs. Those subsidies don't exist in Haiti. What they do have is microfinance, but you are going to severely diminish the value proposition of your clean energy product if you expect someone in Haiti to go out, get a micro loan, get back to the retailer, and then buy that clean energy product. So the prescriptions to end energy poverty is much more complicated than simply product. We need to integrate that financial access directly into the new innovative distribution models. So what does that mean? That means bundling the customer credit with the retailer. It's really easy for Bloomingdale's to do that, but it's not so easy for rural sales agent to do. So what we need is redirect cash flows that are going from diasporas in the United States through Western Union wire transfers in cash directly into the clean energy products that can be delivered to or picked up by their friends and families in Haiti. So the next time we hear about the product or technology that's going to change the world, let's be a little bit skeptical. The inventor, Dean Kellman, the guy who invented the Segway, genius by any standards, once said that his job is easy, inventing things is easy, hard part is the technology dissemination, that's getting technology to the people who need it the most.